Get dark. Anyway. Alright, I got an update for you. I got some cool things I have experienced in St. Lucian. So, start off, just 3 things that happened. Well, not all of them in St. Lucian. Just, just stuff. No loogie, man. I'll do that video later. I'm still waiting for more stuff to come out. 4. Say you die and you're living in St. Lucian, okay? And you're watching TV. They got TVs there. They got all that shit. But the other day, I was watching a movie on Netflix, and it was Goon. Hockey called. It's a movie called Goon. I was watching that, and so they were all talking about it. I could hear them talking about it. So I lay down, went to sleep, and I said, "Have you seen it? The movie?" They go, "No, we can't." Julie's talking. She goes, "No, we can't afford it. It costs too much to watch that movie." So if you were to rent that movie and watch it, or I don't think you rent it, but it's piped in. Like you pick it on your screen, and you pay, and you can watch it. They say it costs too much, but she says, "We're saving our money." I go, "What do you mean?" Well, she said, every time you watch TV, you get points. Okay? And every time you watch TV, like the news or whatever, normal cable TV, I guess you could call it that, normal TV, every time you turn on the TV, I think, or every time you watch a show on normal TV, you get a point. And that point, you add them all up, and you can use them for things. And one thing you can use them for is watching a movie or a special feature, stuff like that. You gotta get 200 points. And they got, currently, 165 points. So when they get 200 points, they can click on a movie and watch it. And I told them, don't watch it. You won't like it. I liked it. I thought it was funny. I wouldn't pay no 200 points for it. But so that's how they watch their movies. So at the end of the month, let's say you got 600 points or 400 points, you can watch 3 movies that month. That's how you get to watch movies. Or you can pay a lot of money to watch the movie. And they got movie theaters there. You can go to the movie theater and watch a movie, like a movie. So, I guess to tell you, that's pretty cool. Oh, and that's the St. Lucian Spirit World. Level 3. St. Lucian goes from the ground all the way to the top, from what I understand. Now, let's see here for my second one. I thought that was pretty interesting because I never knew that. But Spirit's there to tell me that. My family tells me that. How it works. So the second thing I want to say is, remember when, if you watched my videos before, you saw the part where a crazy man was putting the stuff in my jaw, the metal in my jaw, and he was shooting the laser, and he had a little porthole going. Totally drove me insane. Almost killed me. He almost killed me. So I went to the machine in the hospital. They stuck me in the machine, and then the nurse said, "You're almost dead." And they stuck me in the machine. Then I went through the machine. All the pain was gone. I had to sit there for 45 minutes. Can't say nothing, can't move. And the pain was all gone. And it was the ectoplasm blood stuff. Whatever, I don't know what it is. That's what I call it. Anyway, as that was happening, as the priestess was talking to me, or the nurse, or Jesus, or one of them, it's in one of my videos, Crazy Man videos, in the playlist. You can watch it. I don't know which one. They're all pretty crazy. So. But they tell you exactly what I went through, more or less. I don't even want to think about it. But as I was in the hospital and I was talking, this nurse came right up into my mouth and started cutting all the things in my teeth, the nerve to my teeth, separating my nerve from the jaw nerve. So the nerve endings on this side of my mouth, all along here, are gone. She cut all of them on this side of my mouth, because this is where the pain was. This is where all the metal was. Totally ripped my face apart, my jaw, and she cut all the nerves. I watched her. She had a little tiny pair of scissors, sort of like one of these things, but they were scissors, more or less. You know, see? Sort of like that. These are like fancy nail clippers, but I use them as like tools. My mom gave them to me. And she cut them. Snipped all the nerves. I could see my tooth, and she snipped the nerve at the root of each one. Ever since then, my teeth been falling. One fell out, then two more started. They're both loose. One's loose up here, and I just want to show you. Another one fell out yesterday. I pulled this sucker out. I was like, oh, I just got done eating lunch, and I hit it with some food, and it bent down. But it's so long, it bends and it kicks up the meat. It won't come out because it's stuck. The tooth is stuck. Anyway, pulled it out yesterday. Didn't hurt. I reached in there and I moved it to the left and it hurt, and I moved it to the right and it hurt. And when I said, okay, I ain't doing that, then I grabbed it with my fingers and went, and it went, and it suckered out. Almost puked. Yeah, it's not good. It's kind of scary, but it didn't hurt, so that was very nice. So here's the tooth, just to show you. They're all falling out. And Christ told me, he said, all the nerve endings in that teeth, the teeth are now dead, so they're probably going to fall out. And sure, and there's another one right now. It's loose and it's getting ready to fall. It's a molar way back there, not a wisdom tooth, but a molar. Right there. Big one. So this is the one that fell out. Anyway, I'm showing my teeth because this is a direct result of what happened to me in the spirit world. I'm not showing it to be cool or gross or anything. It's just documenting it. That's the tooth. And if you look at the bottom, there's a hole where the nerve came out. You don't get to see your teeth too much. Mine are falling out sitting on the computer. Check this one out. That's why this one's bent all crazy, because they're all moving. And every time Loogie Man does something, puts that in my head, puts that energy in my head, and he tries to possess me in my skins, it moves all my teeth. It's crazy. That's the one that fell out around last Christmas. I made a video about it. But so there's my teeth. And a couple more months I'll have another one. But these are all falling out. They're all falling out of my head because that nurse a year ago or 2 years ago cut the nerves up, and Christ told me they'd all fall out. Well, they're all falling out and they don't even hurt. Nothing. I got no abscess, no nothing. They just get loose and fall out. That's two. I got all these to go. And this one, the snaggletooth. All this, on this side, all normal. On this side, they're all loose. Because Christ, well, the nurse in St. Lucian, Spirit World, cut the nerve endings on my teeth. Because it hurts so goddamn bad. Or maybe there's other reasons. I don't know. But she cut them all. And she wouldn't do this side because this side was normal. And I asked her, why the hell are you cutting my nerves? Like, what does that got to do with anything? Well, I almost died because of it. And it wasn't nothing in the physical. All my teeth were normal in the physical. There was no blood. There was no nothing. It was just normal. But because the crazy man was putting all the metal, he'd take a metal, little tiny metal sliver, and he'd stick it in my nerve on my jaw, and they'd all move in the nerve, and I was going through hell. The nurses came in there. She spent hours picking these nerves out through some kind of microscope, and hours. It was like a fucking robot, man. Half my head was covered in my neck. Half my head and my neck, and this side too, was covered in sheets of metal through my ethereal skins. He was trying to turn me into a little metal man, like a robot or something. It was insane. It was insane. So, that happened. My tooth fell out yesterday. I think that's crazy. Because I can go to the dentist right now. And you know what? How much would it cost me to get these suckers pulled? $400. X-rays. You go in there, you gotta have an X-ray. I got no insurance. You go in there, you have an X-ray. Then you gotta come back later after you. Then you gotta pay your. You gotta pay for the drug, whatever that is, a penicillin drug to get rid of the infection, because there's always infection. So you go to the pharmacy, you get your drugs. You take those, and then you gotta go back a week later. Then he sits you down there. I'm pulling them out by my fingers. I could have got pulled out months ago, but I ain't paying, so I'll just wait. I'm falling out. Now this side, I'm going to pay it, because these are all hooked up, and they hurt like son of a bitch. If I got a cavity or something. Or maybe I'll just get a root. But anyway, they're a hell of a lot of money, and I ain't got it. I ain't got it. Last night, Grace invited somebody down. I was listening to him talk when I went to sleep. I'm playing a game. This is pretty cool. It's me, my cousin Daryl, and my other cousin, the one I can't stand, the one I'm fighting. In this world, my cousin Daryl, you've seen him on the videos, just watch it. He's Danny's brother. He was there at a table. My other cousin was there at a table, and a friend. We're playing this game. I don't know how it works, but it cost me $50 to play the goddamn thing. I go, how much is it to play? $50. It was like a beer party thing. You play the game, you roll the dice or something, and you go into the game. And that's your situation, and you gotta do stuff. I don't know if it's a fighting game. I think it's a fighting game, like a first-person shooter game. And you gotta go in there, and it's a board game, but it's electronic or a mind game or something. You roll the dice, and you have situations, and whoever wins the situations wins the game, and you fight each other and stuff. Sort of like role playing, I guess, but you actually partake in it. I don't know if it's first person shooter. I don't know. I never even got to play. I gave the guy the money, and then Rob came and started screwing me up, pissing me off. I never got to play. At that point, I'm playing a game, and we're having a party. There's beers. Daryl's half pissed up. The other guy's half pissed up. And I'm like, no one's playing. Rob's getting this, pushing me around, and I'm playing musical chairs, trying to get away from him because I don't want to fight. Because I'm gonna fight. I already feel it coming. Like I'm ready to pop him one. And once I start, he starts just whining, and that's it. So when then all these people come over the house, and Daryl's got all these baskets of candy, like wrapped up candy, and he's handing them out, and he's pissed up, and he falls over on the chair, and he drops like 20 baskets of candy. That was funny. Anyway, then I go in the other room to see who came, by, and it was everybody I knew, not everybody, but some people I knew from Windsor in the meat world, but they were here in the spirit world. And my co-worker, he was there. He's alive still on the earth. Lucian, she was there. She's still alive on the earth. Aaron, he's still alive on the earth. Heather, she was there. I hugged her. I go, what the hell? What, how, what? And all these other people, I don't really know. But they were all in that kind of group, you know. Now, I don't know. That's their souls. They all hang out together. The soul, the body still hangs out with the friends, the soul friends. It's a connection. It's a group thing. You know what I'm talking about. But one of these people died. A girl died. She came and she goes, Richard, Richard, Richard. And she hugged me. And I fell back on the couch and she's sitting on my lap. She's sitting on my lap and talking about how we're going to be together and how we're going to... I've been waiting to be with you for so long, all this stuff. And her name's Susie Q. And I'm like, oh yeah, I don't even know her. And so it was weird. But I knew other people, like in the meat world. There's all these other people. But I didn't. But I woke up from the dream, and Jesus says, so, are you gonna, that's your new girlfriend, do you like her? I'm like, who? The girl that was on top of me? He goes, yeah, her name's Susie Q. And she's talking, and I'm like, she says she knows you from Windsor. And I'm like, she says she knows me from Windsor. So, does she know me in the meat world? And he goes, yeah. And I go, I don't, she didn't look familiar. I didn't recognize her. And he goes, she met you once in the meat world. And, no, I say meat world, just to help you out and myself. She says she met you in the meat world. I go, when did she die? Like, when did she pass over from the meat world? He goes, so he asked her, she said 97. 97, she died she was in the hospital and she was getting an operation and medical complications. And I'm like, I don't know you. So I started naming off all the people. Did you know these people? Did you know these people? No. But she was hanging around with one group of gothic people. Like I was a punk rocker, not a mohawk, but I just had a bald head. But I was more like fucking punk and metal, mostly metal. But everybody assumed I was a fucking skinhead, which I wasn't, just because I had a bald head. I just shaved my fucking head, and everybody thought I was a fucking skinhead. I don't know, I wasn't. But anyway, I was hanging around, and they're pretty cool, and it didn't matter. And I don't care. I'm not, you know. I like doom metal, thrash metal, death metal, hardcore. That was stuff I like, none of the people I hang around with. But I also hang around with a bunch of these goth, skinny puppy people. And I like that stuff. That was cool, they're my friends. And skinny puppy, you know, they all got the blue hair, spikes and all that. And I don't know. But I like skinny puppy. Anyway, that crowd, and I knew them all when I worked in the Second Cup, and but she was hanging around with that group in the dream. So I'm trying to figure out who she is. She said she met me, but I don't remember it. I was gone from 1990 to 93. I lived in Vancouver. I came back from Vancouver, started working again in the Second Cup. Then it switched hands over to Tony. Tony was running the show in the Second Cup. Plus he had a bar downstairs. So I asked her about that. She goes. She knew I worked in the Second Cup, but she didn't know I worked in the bar downstairs in Windsor, in the flesh. This is flesh now. And she's dead. She knew me when she was in the flesh. And here we are meeting up in the spirit world with all my friends who are still alive in the me world. But I'm hanging out with their souls, I'm meeting their souls, and Christ initiated it all. As soon as I got this girl, and I guess, listen to this one, listen, because of what Christ said. Christ said, she's a Christ, she got all our Christ, she's a Christ. Not in the sense of Jesus Christ, okay? She's a priestess. But she passed all the lessons. She's what I would consider, what I was, a Christ. I can't be a Christ, and not in the flesh. And this world is too. I just can't do it. There's rules you gotta follow. I can't follow, like violence, fighting, self-defense. Can't do it. Not in this life. Sorry. I mean, maybe when I'm 80 and I just sit in the wheelchair all day, I can be a Christ, but not. No. In the spirit world, I just fight. One guy they pissed me off. I go, you want to fight? Yeah, let's fight. Pow, 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 pow. We have it. It's like a fucking hockey game. So, and I'm not supposed to do that. And then Christ does shit to me to piss me off. I get in an argument with him. I start swearing. That's abuse to Christ. Christ can't have it. I got kicked out of the Christ Brotherhood. And so be it. That's all good. I'm not ashamed of it. I still pass all the lessons. I've done it. I'm still doing it. Every fucking one they give me. Unless I tell myself, don't pass no more. I'm sick of it. I don't want the lessons, so I tell myself, don't. Make sure I fail. Just to piss him off. Then he gives it to me again and I pass it. Just a bunch of bullshit. Anyway. So I guess she's up there. She's got the walls and all that down pat. And I don't know, her name's Susie Cute. I'm dating her. Getting to know her. I said basically to Grace this morning, I said, look, I'm leaving it up to my soul. He lives there, you gotta deal with her. You know what? Just don't get me killed here, alright? In the flesh. Other than that, I don't care. Get laid, whatever. And the reason I need a girlfriend is because I'd be inundated with other spirits trying to date me. Okay? So that's why wherever I go in St. Lucian, there's people. I'm on the TV. I've been on the TV a bunch of times, so everybody knows me. And they all want me. And fucking not. It's like I'm a fucking rock star, but I'm not. You know, they're coming with what? I sit in St. Lucian, play an expensive bass guitar. And the only thing I know how to play is doom metal, you know. It's good stuff, but it's metal, doom metal. Nothing Christ would listen to. Nothing no one would listen to. They think I'm fucking nuts. A lot of people think I'm fucking nuts. So be it, whatever. I don't care. I like what I like. What's that? So that's going on. I gotta try to figure out who she is. I'm trying to remember. But I met thousands of people in that coffee shop. And if I really didn't know her, then I'd have no memory of it. I barely have any memory I can remember. I remember important things. I remember people that were in my life back then. They're still alive. I still talk to them once in a while on Facebook. But I don't remember no Susie. And that wasn't her name. That's her soul name she took. Susie Q. It's the name. I haven't got the name. I woke up. I never got the name. So I'm going to find out when I wake up. As soon as I wake up in the morning from sleep, as soon as I wake up, I can talk to them really good, perfectly. And that's how they told me about the TV. And sometimes I'd be watching the TV and listening to the guy on the commercial selling lettuce. So, St. Lucian Market, lettuce, $1.45. Or at the market, at the grocery store, they have commercials. I heard a few of them while I was awake, sitting in the living room with my kids, watching the commercial. It's fucking Anyway, like vivid, just like me and you are. Like I am talking in the physical. So that's that. I just thought I'd clear up a couple little things. TV, movies, my tooth, and a new girlfriend, Susie Q. Susie Q. But I don't remember her. There's one girl in the dream. I saw her. She had curly hair, skinny girl, and really out. Like she jumped in my lap, Richard! Jumped in my lap, and I fell back in the chair. And she was just talking to me like, I'm like, who are you? That type of girl, I'm really outgoing, but not in a bad way. Just outgoing. You know. I'm not used to that, so I kind of like, whoa, I don't know who you are. You know, maybe we should get to know each other. But my soul, and she knows me. My soul seems to like her. But I'm like, told my soul, you take care of it. You live there. Have fun. He goes, we need a girlfriend. And Jesus said, you need a girlfriend. That's all there is to it. Even if you don't like each other. Just pretend you're together. And so far, I guess that's where we're going. And we're going to find out if we're compatible or we're just going to fight all the time. Last girlfriend, she says I misled her and pissed her off. And she dumped me. And that was that. She was my girlfriend for about 2 years. But she took me to hockey games, and I liked that. Took me to the bars, met all her friends, didn't know any of them. But this girl knows people in the flesh of this world. And she met me in the flesh when she was in the flesh. But now she's dead, still hanging with that group of souls of my old friends. And now she's there. And she wants to date. I don't know, man. It's freaking me out. I wish I could place her, but I can't. Not yet. If I do, I'll let you know. Alright, guys. And get her name, her flesh name. I'd like to know that. Alright. Later, guys.